to Mums at the Table. It's good to have you with us. I'm Rachel.
I'm Shona.
Now, today coming up, Amanda will be sitting down and talking to Gia. She's our dietitian. We've also got Dr. Woods and our GP, Dr. Simone, chatting down to sit with Fiona. Don't forget, if you've got questions on women's health, please send them in, or just any general GP questions. We would love to hear from you. But today we're talking about helping others. Now, we've seen probably the worst in people. You know, I think everyone, whenever they say toilet paper, it means something different now than it used to. But hopefully we've sort of moved on beyond that and we're actually looking outward a bit more. What are we doing to help others?
Yeah, that's a really good question because, you know, at the end of all of this, what are we going to take away from the pandemic? I know for me, I've struggled a little bit with this because you see all of it on TV and how much people are actually doing, and I've struggled with the fact of what am I doing? Is it enough? Can I be doing more? Should I be doing more? I know for myself and for Gary, we've been checking on the next door neighbours. We've, we've done a few toilet paper fairy runs. You know, the kids.
I think that's it though. Like you are helping in your village, in your community, and if we were all doing that, we would get through this as a team together, which is how and what we need to be doing.
I've loved some of the scenes as I've been coming backwards and forwards to work. You know, like there's volunteers out helping in food kitchens, and there's so much we could do. Even just reaching out on Facebook and
even if you don't sort of know where to start, there are a lot of churches who are doing stuff. Just give them a buzz and say, what are you doing? How can I tap into that? You know, can I buy some extra food to give to a family in need, you know? Because they're generally in touch a lot with people who are in need.
There's even things like our Facebook page where you can just be tapping in and seeing if somebody else needs someone to talk to.
People need help getting groceries because the vulnerable can't get out. I think people need connecting with. I think that's a big one, even if you're just connecting with people. I think that's going to help get, you know, each of us through this. So there are lots of different things.
So do you see it continuing after the pandemic, or do you think we're going to go back into our shells?
Well, when you say do you see it, I guess I have to look at my sphere because I can't speak for everyone. I want to be intentional about it happening. So I love that, you know, our kids are writing to people in their aged care homes locally. I think that'd be great to keep up. So there are some things I want to take from it. I don't just want to get back into the old routine. There's some great silver linings here that we need to sort of go, keep that one, let that one go.
I like that silver lining.
But yeah, I think it helps everyone if we're all looking out for each other. We're a team. We've got to get through this together.
Hey, thanks for joining Dr. Simone and I for a chat. Now we're talking about reducing or preventing acne, particularly in our teenagers. We're always trying to look a certain way and present ourselves a certain way, particularly at that age.
Well, and that age is such a vulnerable age as well, because teenagers are discovering their identities, they're finding their personalities, and they're in a very visual age. So people look at
particularly in this day and age.
Absolutely.
Everyone's online. You want to look your best. So it doesn't help if you've got certain skin conditions.
And then you can get bullied and teased, and then that can do such detrimental things for your self-esteem and those sorts of things. So dealing with acne is such an important thing to do.
Okay, we're not talking about just the one-off
We're not talking about one pimple. We're talking about acne that affects the face. It can affect the chest and the back. It can be widespread. It can be debilitating.
Right. Is this genetic?
There can be a genetic element to it. There are 3 key elements when it comes to acne. The first is acne is contributed to by too much oil on the skin.
Right.
Acne,
so it's our skin type.
Acne is contributed to by bacteria on the skin, and then we have the joyous puberty hormones, which can throw everything into complete disarray. And so the things that we can try and do to minimise the impact or to try and reduce the effect of acne, drinking lots of water is a really good way to keep your skin well hydrated, and if your skin's hydrated, it's more likely to be healthy. Pharmacy supplements like zinc and those sorts of things can be really useful in terms of helping good skin quality and good skin integrity. So those are things that can be really beneficial.
So do we need to get a prescription for zinc?
No, you can just get it in the vitamin aisle at your chemist.
Okay.
And there's also a heap of chemist-based treatments that are primarily looking at reducing the amount of oil on the skin.
Okay.
So that's where you've got all of your washes and those sorts of things that are designed to reduce the amount of oil on the skin that the bacteria can feed on. If that stuff is not doing enough, if it's not working or if it's not providing you with enough benefit in terms of the acne, then that's where your doctor can come in to help, because we can utilise antibiotic preparations, be they gels on the skin or be they tablets. I'd go on a gel first or a cream first rather than a tablet. We can also utilise vitamin A-based preparations on the skin. And if nothing's working and we're really not getting anywhere with the acne, then we do have, I guess, some more heavy-duty or highly powered medications, so things like Roaccutane or those sorts of things, which are by no means to be entered into lightly, but can provide a really good option.
Yeah, particularly if their self-esteem is being
struggling.
Affected.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess the take-home message, has it got anything to do with hygiene, or is it just the hormones?
Hygiene is important, as it is important with everyone.
Right.
But will pristine hygiene prevent acne?
No. Yeah. Okay. Look, if there's any concerns, I guess see a doctor. And
we've got lots of tricks up our sleeve.
Get the help that you need. Look for more tips like this and more. Keep it locked right here at Mums at the Table.
How to boost your immune system is all the rage right now, and that is because we've got COVID-19 on the rampant at the moment throughout the whole world. And look, we're here with Amanda, our nutritionist dietitian. Amanda, hello.
Hi, dear.
Welcome here. Now, we're here just to discuss what sort of things we can do to boost our immune systems, what sort of foods we can eat to help have a healthy diet while you're at home, while you're taking care of your kids, even if you're on the front line. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing with us. I can see you've got some beautiful produce here.
Yeah,
Can you share a little bit about it?
Sure. Well, first of all, I just want to say that it's not one particular food that can give you a super immune system. It's more having a range of different nutrients that can help your immune system to work at its best. And you can really see that here. We've got lots of different healthy foods, and it's just important to include a variety of foods,
So can you tell us a little bit, because I can see there's heaps of colours and stuff here. So can you tell us a little bit about how it all works, like what these vitamins and minerals and things?
Of course, So vitamin C is a big one, and that's an antioxidant, which means it helps to protect our cells. It's also been shown to reduce the length and the severity of colds as well.
Yeah, so that's not just an old wives' tale.
No,
that's something
certainly not.
We grew up doing,
Yeah, and it's found pretty much in a lot of fruit and veggies, but particularly berries, citrus fruit, kiwi, broccoli.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what do we have here?
Here we've got foods that are rich in vitamin A or beta carotene. So that's your orange veggies and your green leafies. And these are involved in our first line of defence. So that's our skin, our lungs, our digestive tract, and stopping things from getting into our body that shouldn't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we've also got foods high in vitamin E, which is another antioxidant. So that's nuts, seeds and oils. And then I've got some foods high in vitamin B, particularly B6 and B12.
So they're the two main B vitamins you need to get lots of.
Yeah, and what they actually do is they're used in the production of killer cells, which destroy infected cells. So that's your whole grains, bananas, veggies, nuts, legumes.
So you need to get these B nutrients
vitamins
in as well.
There's also a few minerals as well, so that are involved. So first of all, zinc. And zinc has a range of functions within our immune system. It's also important for healing, and this is found in nuts and seeds, as well as milk or dairy and eggs, tofu, legumes as well.
So the minerals are important, just as important as the vitamins to have a healthy diet.
There's also selenium, which is another mineral which is important for our immune system as well. And this is found in Brazil nuts, mushrooms and garlic.
Awesome.
And garlic is antiviral and has antimicrobial properties as well. So
and
good
antisocial.
To have, yeah, antisocial. So good to have lots of that in these times, I should say. The other mineral is iron, which is important for the growth of immune cells in the response to infections. And this is found in things like leafy veggies, legumes, nuts, and some dried fruits, as well as fortified whole grains too.
Yes. I love what you've got here. For me, I just think this is amazing. It can be overwhelming for some families, like mothers might be like, how do I get all this in my child?
Yeah.
If you want recipes with all these ingredients, I have so many recipes that we do on Mums at the Table. So go to our website, mumsathetable.com, and find these smoothies that I make with all these things. So that way you're giving your kids a smoothie and they're boosted their immune system for the day, or helped them at least. Thank you so much, Amanda. We didn't plan this, by the way. We're all like animal printed, but I think it's great. But thank you so much. I'm going to give you a high five from afar. And we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, thanks for joining Dr. Wood and I for a chat. You're going to enjoy this one because we're talking about what to expect in labour. What goes on in that room when it's time for baby to come out.
What happens in labour ward stays in labour ward.
Yeah, true.
But what actually technically happens is, so there's a few stages of labour. First stage, second stage, third stage. I'll quickly just go through that and we'll go into more detail.
Okay.
First stage is, so the definition of labour is when you're having regular contractions causing the cervix to dilate.
Right.
Right? And so you basically have to get from a closed cervix to when your cervix is 10 centimetres.
Right.
Now, sometimes a bit of that will happen at home, you know, and when you get to the hospital, you might be 4 or 5 centimetres dilated. But that first stage, waiting to get dilated can be challenging.
Yes.
And so what can you do? Do things to distract you, like
go for a walk,
get in the pool, get in the shower, you know, do things like, watch a movie if you can, you know, just something to distract you while your body's dilating. You know, you might need some pain relief, you might not. It's very individual.
Okay.
But that first stage...
Should you be in hospital? You should be in hospital at this time, or...?
Oh, when your contractions are like 3 or 4 minutes apart, lasting a minute, you probably should think about going to the hospital. But always call the birthing unit before you go, so they know you're coming in.
Okay.
Don't just turn up. It doesn't make the midwives very happy when that happens. Then, second stage, your cervix is fully dilated and it's battle
10
stations.
centimetres?
10
right.
centimetres, that's a magical number, 10
Systems
centimetres.
go!
So what's going to happen then? There's kind of 2 stages. One stage when the head kind of needs to come down to the pelvic floor.
Yes.
And the second stage is when it comes out of the pelvic floor, right? It's kind of like this passive and active stage. And sometimes you don't really feel like you need to push straight away, and sometimes you do. And the body has this incredible way of helping you push because it feels like you need to do a poo.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
It does.
And
that's the feeling. Go with it.
Yeah,
don't
fight that.
Don't fight that.
Because basically the same muscles that are used to push out a poo is going to be used to push out a baby.
Right.
Sometimes women do a poo.
So it's that pressure.
Yeah. And sometimes people will actually open their bowels when they're actually pushing the baby out. And that's normal. Yeah. And don't be worried about it. We're all used to it.
Don't worry about that. They see it all the time.
Correct. You know, and the thing is, if you're one of these prudes, I don't want to do a poo, you know, like you're gonna just take trouble, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to just move on from that and let it happen.
Yeah.
So because your body, it's very clever because that overwhelming desire to sort of open your bowels is the same process as pushing the baby out. And sometimes...
Actually feels really good when it comes out too.
Yeah. And sometimes for some women who are really having trouble, I make them go and sit in the toilet when they're pushing. It actually helps them get in their brain in the right spot. Actually, I can now do a poo.
Yeah, because people feel you've got to push from your abdominal and they push from their neck. Just go with it, girl.
Yeah, that's right.
Open those
basically,
bowels.
it's taking a big breath in and trying to really push out a big poo. Now, you'll be convinced you're going to do a poo.
It's a big baby.
Sometimes, poo baby. No, sometimes it can be... overwhelmingly convincing you're going to do a poo, but you actually don't. It's just the presence of the baby there.
Yeah.
So that's the second stage. And your midwife or your obstetrician will be there guiding you and helping you. And obviously, when it's really starting to crown, they'll be getting you to breathe and slowly pushing down. They'll guide you through all that.
Relax. Yeah.
It's not a very relaxing time, but it's a time when you just need to trust the people that are with you.
Yeah.
And then the baby comes out, and usually it's all fine and squidgy and covered in goo, and they put it on your chest and you have a cuddle. And then...
That's the ideal picture. So thank you so much for that, Dr. Wood. I appreciate that. We can go on and on about the process of what happens in labour, but keep it locked for these kind of information, and so much more. Mums at the Table.
So how has COVID-19 and our current circumstances changed your relationship with God, or has it changed your relationship with God?
Yeah, look, I think people are looking for hope. People are wanting some sort of reassurance that everything's going to turn out okay.
I think so, because when things are out of control, this is something country leaders are struggling to control. So when things are that way, you know, we are digging deeper for hope.
Yeah, I was looking online about this and some of the Bible retailers are saying that sales have gone up anywhere between 44 and 60%.
That's a big jump.
It's a big jump.
Yeah, so people are obviously searching, digging in deeper. Has your relationship with God changed in any capacity in the last few months?
Yeah, I think I've gone back and re-looked at what God means to me in my life. I've started studying more. I've started trying just to reach out to others, like our church members and to other people around, and just be reassuring for people that it's going to be okay, that, you know, this is not the end. Yeah, there is more.
Yeah, it's definitely changed my relationship in terms of, one, I have a little bit more time to do that, and I guess the second thing is I'm actually making more time to do that. And I mean, I love my Bible at the best of times because it is reassuring. I always come away feeling peaceful. I always come away knowing, actually, I don't have to be in control. God got this.
Yeah.
He's got this, and while I can't see the complete end, he can.
How about with the kids? Because I know for a lot of kids they're struggling with this as well. Are you spending time in the Bible with them, reading them stories?
Yeah, I've definitely made a proactive choice to talk to them about COVID-19, but also helping them dig deeper into the Bible. I want them to have that same reassurance and that peace that even though these are uncertain times, unprecedented, chaotic times, that they can still have that peace, and God's peace is like nothing else. And we have that peace. That is it from us today. It's been good to have you with us. Don't forget, we'd love to hear from you, so you can jump onto our social media. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.